to be a rock star queue. We are missing one of our winners that we're meant to be introducing on the stage. He might be here and a bit shy. Dave Wooden. If Dave Wooden is in the hall, could he make himself known and walk forward? Because we can't get on with it. He's here. He's on his way. Oh, how about that? So Dave Wooden's on his way. So that gives me a chance to wax lyrical about just how good it's been over the last 3 days while we wait for Dave to get here. It's been incredible. I think out of my 19 years of presenting this show, this has been by far the busiest, the best displays. Me and Andrea were talking about when we met 19 years ago. It was 2 halls, 1,500 cars, 15,000 attended. That was 19 years ago. I think the auto jumble was one guy in a corner with a pace table. That was where it started 19 years ago. And look at it today. Wherever you go, in all the halls, you can fall asleep standing up. The cars look exceptional. The audience is definitely getting younger. Young guys like this, and dads bringing their kids along. You, young man, as well down here, interested in classic cars. We are like 35% female now at the show. The show is organised by a woman, Andrea Seed. Is the Lancaster Insurance, our headline sponsor, is run by a woman. My life is controlled by a woman. Us guys think we got all the power, but I think you'll find the power behind the throne is definitely female. And I think that is a wonderful thing to see here at the Classic Motor Show. Over the last 3 days, we've had everyone up here from Ian Callum, talking about designs for cars. Frank Stephenson today. Wow, I missed that. I was over doing another interview, but I've interviewed Frank on this stage. He's an absolute automotive legend. Then you've had Will Trickett, you've had Sheldon, you've had the Dream Car Fixers, and we've got them coming back on stage in about 15 minutes time, where we're going to be wrapping up the show and handing the microphones over to you. So if you've got a question, Danny Hopkins will be down there running that. If you've got a question for any of the esteemed panel that will be up here, including me, you can ask us any question you like and we'll do our best to answer it. Whether you've got a car that you're stuck with, a project you want to start, you want advice about buying your first classic, or you just want to sell a classic, anything you like, or our TV shows, we'll be able to give you an answer to that question. Over the past 3 days, you guys have done an incredible job as well, not only supporting the show and being here, but also voting for some of our winners. And I'm going to bring 4 of our winners up on stage. In the halls, we've had competitions running for pride of ownership with Lancaster Car Insurance. We've had the best of the best. Today we had the Meguiars Club Showcase winner. It's my privilege and my honour to go over and to announce these winners on the stands, and I always get bowled over every single year when I go out to the stands and see the quality of the restoration and the quality of the cars. It really is quite remarkable. We are going to be putting pictures of the winning cars. These are the cars that have won. Right, we've got 4 categories. These are the cars that have won the best cars at the show, and a few of them are just insane. How are we doing? Is he in? Do him last. Yeah, and we can all give him, we're all going to, yeah, we have got homes to go to. We're all giving a really hard time when he gets here, okay? Because he has won, but we're going to make him feel like a proper loser when he gets here. Right, okay, without further ado, let's welcome our winners up onto the stage, and then we're going to find out about their cars and why their cars are so special. First up is the winner of the Pride of Ownership. This was voted by you, the public, and it was the best of the best. So out of the previous 10 years, we've gathered them all together, the best of the best, who's got the best car, and the winner of that is Colin Fiddler. Rather annoying, he's walked up here wearing a bloody Gas Monkey t-shirt, not a Wheeler Dealer t-shirt. Really appreciate you supporting the British brand. And he's Scottish. He couldn't get any bloody worse than that. Yep. Sorry you. I was up there, I was saying to Colin, I was in a kilt last week in Stirling Castle, standing outside in a kilt, and filming Wheeler Dealers, and there was a whole tour of French people that come up to the castle, and as they got out of the car, I don't know if it's because I was the only guy there in a kilt, outside the castle, or because of me being a wheeler dealer, I took a picture with like 500 people, French people. They were talking to me, and I think it was because I was in a kilt, not because, or maybe it was because they watched wheeler dealers, I don't know, but it was quite funny. Next up, the winner of the Lancaster Insurance Pride of Ownership Autumn Final. He's not here, he's the one that we're going to do last. Right, he's the one we're going to embarrass. Next up, the winner of the Meguiars Club Showcase. This is a bonkers car, can't wait for you to see it. It's Stephen Hill. I hope you'll be drinking beer or champagne out of that later, Stephen, I really do. Definitely, it's so heavy. I had to hand it to you earlier, I couldn't believe how heavy it was. And the winner of the classic American Car of the Year, please put your hands together for Jeff Mitchell. Right, let's go back to Colin, and let's put that little Austin A35 up on the screen. There we go. Right, okay. Now this car won the best of the best. And when I say best of the best, over the last 10 years we've been curating Pride of Ownership winners, and we bought the best of the best over those years together. And the selection was, it still is, sorry, not was, is insane. I keep saying, I even said to Colin, there is a Morris Minor Million over there, I reckon's cost $1 million to get it to that level. The guy could have bought a Ferrari, he could have bought a 5-bedroom detached home, but no, he's got a Morris Minor Million. It's insane, but it got beaten by this car, Colin's wonderful little A35, which has got an incredible story behind it. So originally found in the front garden by Colin's uncle Robin, who nicknamed it Rusty at Gavin. Uncle Robin passed away, so Colin and his family restored the car in his memory, doing most of the work themselves. Now, you must be, you know, it's Pride of Ownership, you must be very proud, representing your family, but this little car has got such a wonderful story to tell.
Oh, absolutely. My dad and my brother, they own the car as well. They're sitting here, all embarrassed by the way. And that's the team that helped work on it beside them, so they need a wee clap as well.
Is that these two guys behind here?
Aye, yeah.
Right, well,
I
thought that's what, I genuinely did, I thought that's what happens when you order the Mitchell brothers from Temu. You get those two lads there. It's like Phil and Grant Mitchell from Temu. But they're the guys that helped you work on the car. But they had hair when they started to get that car to that level, but it all went.
Yeah, no, as I say, the original plan was, because my uncle passed away and never got the car done, we thought, let's just strip it, give it a wee coat of paint, put it back together and enjoy it, local car shows, do what he did. But we ended up stripping it, ended up doing it with the hearts basically. Stupidly didn't think about the cost and parts and chroming and stuff. But as we're going along doing it, we just got out of hand. We thought, you know something, if we're doing it, let's do it right. And 2 years later, it is. We've got a bicycle shop, and we emptied all the shops so we could put the headline out, myself and my dad, and we lay it on the floor. We were there till 1 o'clock in the morning, put the headline into the frame, because it had to be as perfect as we could do it. As I say, we're lining up screws so they're parallel with each other and stuff like that, so I'm not obsessed.
Well, I mean, that's a testament to your work when you see the quality of the car. What is going to happen to the car? Do you have kids yourself that you can hand the car on to? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I've got my brother, he's not got any kids, but I've got a daughter, Lana. As a toddler, she used to go in the car when Uncle was here, and we'd go to local car shows and such like that. Because it didn't have seatbelts, my dad would drive her in his car to the gate, and then she'd jump in and I would drive the Austin in, unrestored condition obviously, just to enjoy it. So in actual fact, in June this year, Lana finished school, and she chose that as a prom car. So I dressed up as a chauffeur and took her and her friend to the Brigham down in the air, where it's quite a posh hotel, and we rocked up in the wee Austin, and there were all the little taxis and Hummers and all that kind of stuff, and the wee Austin stole the limelight.
Absolutely incredible story, an amazing car. You must be immensely proud. Thank you to the family, thank you to the boys that put the car together for us, so we can enjoy it. I know you think it's for you and the family, but really when you do a car like that, you bring it to a show like this, we all get to enjoy it as well. So on behalf of me and all the show organisers, why don't we give them a big round of applause, and thank you. And congratulations, Colin.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I mean, sometimes tardiness can be a mark of a man. It can really tell you what kind of character that we're going to face when they appear late. I hope he's not a plumber, an electrician or a carpenter, one of those people you're waiting for and doesn't show up. I really hope he's not that UPS or DPS delivery driver that says I'll be there in 5 minutes and he never turns up. But what can we do? He has finally made a show. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the winner of the Lancaster Insurance Pride of Ownership Autumn Final. At last, is Dave Woodson. Dave, the only excuse we're going to accept is you was in Wetherspoons. You were? No, you weren't. Terrible, tardy timing. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Right, I couldn't move on stage, but because you were last, you're going to go last. Right, celebrating a fantastic milestone with 20 years of sponsoring the show was the Meguiars Club Showcase. Now, I think it's fair to say, in amongst all these amazing cars, this is considered the best car at the NEC. This is the top prize, the top accolade. It comes with the most fancy trophy. 14 cars were being judged by their expert team. I don't know if you got over there and you had a look. It must be the most difficult thing to judge because there's hot rods, there's minis, and then there's this Cortina. And you go, wow, everything is just, how do you judge it? You know, everything is faultless. Neville, who's the head judge and has been for almost 20 years, Neville said this is the highest scoring car in the history of Meguiars Club Showcase. This car is perfect. They could not find a reason not to fault it, and that's what they do. They start with a score of 100, and then you start knocking points off if it's not right. And they couldn't find a fault. He said it's the highest scoring car they've ever had. It's unbelievable, exceptionally been put together by Stephen. And Stephen, you are holding aloft what is the most important trophy here at the NEC. It's one of the last Cortina 1600s to come off the production line. The previous owner to you, who was there, Peter, and he might be sitting in the audience right here. He must be very proud, Peter. He owned it for 45 years before selling it to you, and you restored it. Most of the original cars we use in this build were meticulous attention to detail, which I think is an understatement. You can see the car there on the pictures, guys. I don't know if you got to see it in the flesh. Anyone here get to see it? You did, Hugh? You did? I mean, it's beyond restoration, isn't it? There are no words to describe it. I got my head in the boot. I was being told off by Andrea. Even the back of the bulbs are pristine. The back of the bulbs are pristine. The car is exceptional. You must be very proud to not only be holding that trophy aloft, but to be representing the previous owner and finishing that project.
Fantastic, I can't believe I won actually, but the wife was chuffed. She broke the flower vase last week. She said it's a perfect height for the flowers.
What a nice idea.
She's claimed it already.
She's claimed it already. It's blooming heavy, I will tell you. But yeah, what a lovely vase to put some flowers in. What was happening to you over the course of the last 3 days? Because, you know, you've got that Zodiac Zephyr that's on the stand, which I think is mind-blowing. That Mini, which looks faultless, beyond new. You must have been standing there this weekend thinking, I've got a chance.
Exactly what we said this morning. We walked past my car, the first day the wife was here today with me, and she said it looks nice, and then we walked past the Jag, the convertible. She said that's the car that's won, and I like the XJ6. I thought, you never think your own car is as good as anybody else's. You know, it's a strange feeling.
I think the problem that they had this year, and Neville and Tom were up on the stage yesterday, before we announced the winner, the problem that they had was not only your car and the the Zodiac and the Mini. They said it was all of them. It was a problem because all of them were like the highest quality level that you could get,
yes.
And that's why you're saying it could have been the Jag or it could have been the other car, because the quality was just exceptional. Just for our sakes, I mean, how hard is it? How hard was it, should I say, for you to get your car to that level?
Since the age of 15, I went my dad's lawn. I see my first one at 15, a Dragoon Red with the chrome wheels, and I thought, that's the car for me. You can never get them out of your blood all your life, and you always strive to get or rebuild the best one you can. If you want to reach to the top and reach that pinnacle.
You absolutely nailed it. You pulled it off. Have they spoke to you about what happens to the car next year here? Have they mentioned that at all?
Yes, it goes in the front by the main.
Yeah, so the winner of the Meguiars Club Showcase, which is the best car on the show, the winner, that car becomes what we call the Gates Guardian for next year. So it's the front of house car that every single person that comes to the NEC, is the car that they walk past when they come in. As this was one last year, this is the most exceptional car. Now we've got to find another one for this year. So, you know, again, on behalf of everyone here, on behalf of the organisers, it's thanks to you we have a show. Otherwise we wouldn't have a show that we can put on if people like you didn't do that work. So one more time, let's give it up for that incredible Bill and that cool team. And thank you, Steve. Right, now we're going to move on to American cars. Our final winner, well, it wasn't our final winner because we're changing that around, it's just won over half an hour ago, so not long ago. The winner of the Classic American Car of the Year is Jeff Mitchell, and his 1961 Chrysler Newport convertible. Look at that, that's a proper boulevard cruiser. Having lived in America for 6 years and still go back almost on a monthly basis, that is typical of a boulevard cruiser that you'll see at a classic car show. But that car has been finished in absolutely exceptional condition. Period correct Dumini red paintwork, enormous fins and canted headlights, restored to a high standard. It retains its original interior. Wow, look at the way that's cleaned up. Powered by a 361 cubic inch V8 with a torque flight auto transmission, or gearbox in English, and power brakes. That is every inch a slice of Americana. Just tell us about the car, Jeff. What's it like to own that one?
Well, we've Jan down there myself, we've owned American cars since about 1990. No, I'm a car guy, period, but American cars particularly. And we owned a 57 New Yorker and a 65 300L for 20 or 30 years, bought off the owners from you. I had no intention of getting another car. And then this one came up, I didn't know it existed. It'd been in a museum in Canada for a long time, and then a private collection in Arizona for about 10 years. It'd been restored 40 years ago, but never been used. And we were the first ones to drive it. And after about 3 months of driving it, I had to rebuild all the suspension and brakes because everything was brand new, but 40 years ago.
Yes, of course. So are you telling me that is 40-year-old paint and interior on that car?
Yes.
You're kidding?
Yeah. It was a couple owned the museum, and they restored 2, and they were repaired, identical, right down to the exhaust tailpipe. Same colour. Unfortunately, a couple are dead now, but I consider them to be his and hers, because that one had power brakes, and the only difference is the other one didn't have power brakes. So I always assumed that the car with power brakes was her car, and the car without was his.
Oh, yeah.
And when the museum closed, this collector in Arizona, he knew the couple, knew the cars, and he bought the pair. took him down to Arizona. He kept them one above the other in ramps. Just looked at them each day as he walked past them.
Fantastic, unbelievable. Now, you bought the car, you've done the right thing by it and brought it here along to the show. What does it mean to you to win this year the Classic American Car Award?
I suppose it's pretty special because we've been fortunate enough to display our cars 4 times on this stand over the years, but we never won. But it didn't really matter because without talking in cliches, it felt like a winner to be here anyway. It's just great to be here and meet so many great people, because all car people are great people to me. I don't know a dull car person, so it's always great to be here. But then to win as well, that was an unexpected icing on the cake for sure.
Well done, you. Is there any chance we can see the trophy in the box?
If you hold my microphone, we'll just drop you once already.
Look at that, that is beautiful, isn't it? What a lovely thing to have. There you go, look at that, isn't that nice? Why don't we give Jeff a big round of applause? What a wonderful thing to win. You're a very proud man, no doubt you'll display that in your garage at home or on your shelf at home, but well done.
The one trophy probably out in the house, the others aren't.
Wonderful. So, we're going to move on to Dave. Where's your trophy, Dave? So what's missing, Dave? You know, what's missing? Look at everybody else. What's up with you, son?
It's just from everyone talking. I'll just totally forget.
Right now, Dave, I had the fortunate pleasure of going over to the Pride of Ownership not too long ago, just a couple of hours ago, with a huge crowd of people surrounding them. You've had votes all weekend, so this isn't me voting or Danny Hopkins voting or Will, any of us stars. We're not going over there and voting for this. This is members of the public coming by, looking at every car on display and then casting their vote. And you are up against some serious competition in Pride of Ownership. There's some amazing cars over there. So this is the public's vote. Your Astra GTE was one of the last ones to roll off the production line. Owned for 9 years, it's been transformed from a cherished road car into a show-winning machine, and a personal tribute with a deep sentimental value. The restoration began during a difficult period in your life, Dave. You can talk about that if you wish. I'm working on the Astra to become a way to focus and to heal. It is an incredible 2-litre turbo GSI. I got to stare at the car and have a peek under the bonnet and look inside it. It really is an amazing show car. And if you can see there, Dave has also dropped it in the air and put a mirror so you can see underneath, because it's just as good underneath as it is on top. So Dave, congratulations, mate. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels good. Just in shock, really. Yeah, feels good, just in a bit of shock. Considering it was built on a driveway, I wasn't expecting to come this far. But yeah, here we are.
Lovely. Are you happy to talk about how this car was a healing process in your life?
Yeah, so it's a bit embarrassing to say up here, but 2 years ago I beat mental health. So instead of taking like tablets or counselling, it was just basically focus on the car, and then that's what's got me here today.
That's brilliant. Yeah, I've done the same. Yeah, well, mate. I've done exactly the same. I've gone through a little period of my life where I was really struggling, and I've got many men's mental health charities that I actually raise money for, and I thought I can tap into those, or I'll tell you what, I'm going to restore a Porsche 911. And that's what I did, and that does concentrate the mind, and cars are a way to do that, and we're very fortunate enough that we can lean upon our hobby to get us through it. Now you're out the other side, and you've got this thing to display. What's next for the car?
Chuck it in the garage.
No, you've got to get it out to more shows.
Come back next year, just try and come back better again.
Yeah, try and come back better, see if we can win again. Dave, thank you. Again, on behalf of me, all the organisers here, this audience, we get to see that car. You know, it's bloody incredible what you've done with it, and it's got such a lovely story that it's got you to where you've got to. The only thing that's broken is your timekeeping. If you can fix that, you'd be brilliant. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Dave Wood. In fact, I'll tell you what, keep the round of applause going for Dave Wood, Stephen Hill and Jeff Mitchell and Colin. Thank you very much to our 2025 show winners. Chaps, thank you. We couldn't have a show without you, so thank you for providing the entertainment. And off you go.